Luka Doncic is not afraid. He's not afraid to try, not afraid to shoot, not afraid of success, and not afraid of failure. And there's been some failure. Before last night, Luka had attempted 10 last-minute game-tying or go-ahead shots this season. And before last night, he had missed all 10 of them. And yet, there he was against the Clippers, the game in overtime, the momentum of his first-ever NBA playoff series in the balance. And no fear. First at the 50-second mark, Doncic drives by two-time Defensive Player of the Year Kawhi Leonard, oh just him, to hit the floater. Woo! Then this spin move to give Dallas the lead with 19 seconds on the clock. Yeah, no biggie, just gonna do that there. Marcus Morris then hits a clutch shot of his own after that. Watch this. He shoots up Maxi Kleber's shoes after, because of course he did. And in most games, that would have been the winner. But then Luka took the inbounds with less than 4 seconds on the clock, got the switch, and then, well, as Mike Breen put it,
three-pointer, bang, bang, it's good. Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
that got the two bangs. Bang, bang. I mean, my lord, through the legs, multiple direction changes before launching from 28 feet out. That's the second longest playoff buzzer beater ever. The shot not only tied the Mavericks and Clippers at 2 apiece in this first-round playoff series, it capped off a 43-point, 17-rebound, 13-assist night for Doncic, who played a career-high 46 minutes on an ankle he'd sprained only 40 hours earlier. You can see here in the locker room, Luka celebrated accordingly, and on Twitter, too. From Steph Curry, sheesh, Luka Doncic, that's ridiculous. Game blouses. LeBron James joined in, Bradley Beal, Trae Young. Legendary Boston Globe columnist Bob Ryan said, quote, "I've seen every great player of the last 60 years, and Luka takes my breath away." And our friend Scott Cacciola from the New York Times, just imagine what he could do with 2 sprained ankles. Steph had actually been a virtual fan for this game. His brother Seth was one of the many Dallas players to step up in the absence of Kristaps Porzingis, who had been sidelined with a sore knee. But those players, they were good. Doncic was just insane. Here is Coach Rick Carlisle.
He's a guy that lives for these moments and is completely fearless. He sees the game in 6G. It's not 5G. It's 6G. It's another level beyond what most people see it. So, just a very, very special player. And this game today was from another planet.
And there's that word again, fearless. The irony, of course, is that fear is a big reason Luka plays for the Mavericks at all. Remember back when he was drafted, the scouting report was that while he'd been dazzling playing in the EuroLeague, winning Final Four MVP honors as a 19-year-old, there was, yes, a fear. He was already close to his ceiling, might not be able to adapt to the NBA game, and accordingly, he didn't go number 1 overall, or even number 2, but 3rd. And even then, it was Atlanta who selected him, then traded him to Dallas in exchange for picks that became Trae Young and Cam Reddish. We were on the air with The Jump that night, and at the time, all I kept saying was how striking it was to watch multiple front offices choose to play it safe, drafting good players who'd gone the conventional college route instead of taking a shot at greatness with Luka, even if it was, indeed, more risky. Fast forward 2 years, and it's the franchise that showed no fear that was rewarded and is set up for even greater rewards ahead. Luka Doncic has no fear, and isn't that fun for the rest of us? Scotty, Luka magic. Does it have you believing that the Mavs could upset the Clippers and win this series?
Wow. I mean, he's playing amazing basketball. I mean, especially when you talk about how he's dominating the Clippers. He's dominating some of the best defensive players that we've ever seen in our game. When you talk about Kawhi, when you talk about Paul George, when you talk about what the Clippers have done as a team overall, I mean, his confidence level has shot up in this series, knowing that, you know, he's playing the number 2 seed in the West. You can't tell by looking at it. I mean, to me, he looks like he's the best basketball player on the basketball court. But not only that, he's playing with the most confidence. And that's what's got the Dallas Mavericks in this series.
That is a serious sentence on a court with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on it.
Well, let's say Kawhi Leonard. We're not going to include Paul George in that conversation, not quite yet. But let's be really honest. Like even you said, he was 0 for 10. People were wondering how the Dallas Mavericks were the 7th seed. It's because they struggled to close games. Luka Doncic is one of the most talented guys we've ever seen, especially at this point in time in his career. But he was 0 for 10 before that shot. And for him to still be so fearless and want that ball, because he knows eventually it's going to turn around. He's going to start making these shots. And I believe in Luka. Do I necessarily believe in the Mavericks? I don't think, not quite yet, because I think eventually the Clippers will start to turn around. They will start to do some things. Trey Burke, who has been playing great, played amazing last game. Do I necessarily believe in Trey Burke to give those type of contributions consistently? No. But I believe in Luka, and I think the Mavericks have a chance. But I still stand by and think the Clippers will.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.